Hi everyone, I'm Tony. Today I tell about a story Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time there lived a girl many people called Little Red Riding Hood. Those close to her just call her Red. One day Red Mom asked her to take some cake to Grandma, who was not well. Go quickly through the woods. Do not leave the path and do not talk to strangers, Mom said. Just as Red entered the wood, thought she met Wolf. Red didn't know what is wicked creature he was, so she didn't know to fear him. Where are you going, child? Wolf asked with a smile. To Grandma's, Red replied. What have you got in your basket? Wolf asked. Grandma not feeling well, Red explained. So I'm taking her some cake. Wolf licked his lip, but it was the cake that made him hungry. It was red. He thought would eat Grandma for lunch and Red for dessert. To catch them both through he knew he must act quickly. Where does Grandma live? Asked Wolf. Further on in the woods, under the large oak trees, Red said. I have you noticed the pretty flower all around you? Wolf asked. If I were you, I'd pick a bunch for Grandma. Red looked about her. The flowers were pretty. Indeed. He bent down to pick one. Have a nice visit, cried Wolf, and he hurried away. Red left path to pick flower. Why she picked was strange to Grandma's house and knocked at the door. Who is there? Called Grandma, lying sick in her bed. It's Red, called Wolf in a high, sweet voice. Leave the lunch and come in, called out Grandma. Wolf left the lunch, went straight to Grandma's bed, and swallowed her wool. Then he dressed himself in her clothes, pulled on her cap, and climbed into her bed. When Red had picked enough flour, she set out again for Grandma's house. The door was open. When she arrived, Red went straight to the bed. We saw a very strange sight indeed. Oh, Grandma, Red cried, what big ears you have! All the better to hear you with child. Wolf said. Oh, Grandma, she cried, what big eyes you have! All the better to see you with, child. Oh, Grandma, Red cried, what a big terrible mouth to have! All the better to eat you with, Wolf roared. With 1 pound, he leapt out of bed and swallowed up bread, flour, cake, and all. When Wolf lay down again on the bed and drifted off to sleep, it was stuck inside Wolf, but Red managed to reach down and squeeze Grandma's hand. Grandma squeezed back. She could make out a weak light leaking down Wolf's throat. He was snoring with his mouth open. Inch by inch, Red lifted her bunch of flour. She tugged Wolf through until he started to call the tinkle Wolf's throat. 1, 2, 3. He called 1, 2, 3. She kept on tickling until he caught her up. When the last he did, Red had tied to Grandma's hand and pulled her out too. They fetched Wolf, still asleep, to Grandma's bed. Then Grandma and Red sat down for tea and cake. When Wolf woke up from his nap, you can be sure he didn't get any. Thank you for listening and goodbye.